My name is Tony, and I'm an alcoholic. I guess my drinking problem started on a job I used to have that didn't go well, and it just kind of got messed up in my head, and I couldn't deal with it. I used to work for this man who sold recreational paraphernalia. And he had this kid who worked for him who, sold his products for him, but the kid got over his head. And he started missing some payments. So I was called in. I'm in collections. And I was supposed to help the kid get his books in order. And if that didn't work out well, then I was supposed to make some adjustments. So I met the kid and I said, next week you meet me back here, bring some money. It's just that simple. Well, a week goes by and the kid didn't show up. So it just pissed me off. First he's late on his payments, and then he doesn't show up. And now I got to go find him, and that's not the way it's supposed to work. He's supposed to come to me. I'm not supposed to go to him. But I went after him, and I see him crossing the street, and he's carrying a purse. And I kind of thought, well, that's a little strange, but I'll follow him. Maybe there's some money in the purse. And so I followed him. And he kind of goes into this kind of swanky, upscale apartment complex. And I followed him in, and he's just kind of standing there, just waiting around. And so I say, hey, what's up? Why didn't you show? Where's the money? Well, he started bullshitting me right away about some big deal he's working on, and he'll have the money in a couple of days. And I said, no, that's not the way it works. It's today. Where's the money? If you don't have the money, I need to make an adjustment. Well, he got all defensive, started yelling, and he takes a swing at me. If someone takes a swing at me, I'm going to react. So I pulled out my knife, and I slashed him across the chest. He's bleeding, but it's not fatal. And he starts screaming, oh, you stabbed me. And he tries to grab me again. And I said, I didn't stab you. Yeah, that's a stab, so I stabbed him. Just so you know the difference. Well, that made him pause. And I could tell he was contemplating his next move. But he came to the wrong conclusion, and he tried to grab me again. So I reacted, and I stabbed him again, and that's when he went down. Well, that would be it. I usually just walk away, but I heard this voice behind me, and it's some voice saying something like, oh, you got my purse. Well, I turned around, and there's this beautiful woman standing there, and she sees me with blood, and she sees a knife, and, she sees a kid. And I could tell she wanted to scream. Her mouth was open, but nothing was coming out. It was like a stuck in the throat. Well, I couldn't just leave her standing there. I had to do something, so I had to put her down, and that's where it all went wrong for me. I just couldn't get that out of my head. Well, I left, and I kind of held up in my apartment for a couple of days, and I was hearing the news, and come to find out, the cops, they're going to finger the job on her ex-husband, some ex-football player. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll help the cops out. I still had some of this stuff from the night before. I usually get rid of it, but like I said, my mind was all messed up because of what happened to this beautiful woman. Was she having to die, because something stupid this kid did. And, she wasn't the job. The kid was the job, and I was still messed up. So I went and found out where this ex-football player was living. And I threw the glove in one of the backyard. The cops found it. They took him to trial, but he got off, If it don't fit, you gotta quit. That's just... But I still kept drinking. Eventually the boss said that he couldn't depend on me and he had to let me go. And I understood. But I kept drinking.